Disney and Fox, almost a reality. MoviePass, can they keep their doors open? Welcome to Movie Emporium's News of the Day, where we take a couple stories from the internet that talk about movies and talk to you about them. If you like our page, please subscribe. So, what's going on in the world of movies? Yesterday, the approval of Disney and Fox got one step closer thanks to the shareholders from Fox finally agreeing to the merger. And if you don't know what's going on, Disney and Fox have agreed on a $71.2 billion deal, which is insane because that's a lot of money. And they're going to group together. So Disney will now own all of Fox's properties outside of Sky TV and Fox News. They won't own the sports, and they'll spin that off into its own company. So is this a good thing? Yes and no. Double-edged sword. Basically what's going on is Disney is acquiring Fox for $71.2 billion, and that's a lot of money. But the problem is now we begin to start to get into the monopoly territory. Now Disney owns probably like 30 or 40% of entertainment's value. Now they own The Simpsons, and they own X-Men, and they own, Fantastic Four. It's not that it's a bad thing, but it could be because it gives less and less movies a year for us. But it also attempts to become a problem where, you have Logan and you have Deadpool, two of the biggest R-rated movies of the year. And let's go back a second where if Disney had bought Fox much earlier, do you think we would have gotten a Logan? Do you think we would have gotten a Deadpool? Probably not. We probably would have gotten some PG-13 watered down version. We wouldn't have had some cool send off for, Hugh Jackman and whatnot. But it's also good because it kind of unifies Marvel. It kind of unifies Disney. It kind of gives Disney more properties to deal with. Unfortunately, Fox probably won't be around, and they'll probably cancel shows like The Simpsons, which have been around for 30 years now. And it's just not a great thing. It's kind of scary if you think about it. Disney now owns a lot of properties. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's got to go through the FCC. It's got to go through all these channels of red tape before they can get off the ground. So what do you guys think? Comment below. Tell us what you think. I know a couple of you guys have already talked about it, so let us know what you think. The other news story is MoviePass. Okay, I had MoviePass. I bought into the deal of the $9.99 network. Basically, MoviePass back in 2017, around August or September, they were going for like $50 a month. You get to see like 2 movies a month. Helios and Mathis bought this company because they were floundering and said, look, we're going to give everybody $9.99 as many movies as you want. And we were like, holy shit, we got to get on that. As many movies as we want for a whole month. I mean, it's one a day, but we could see the same movie 31 times if we wanted to. So it was fine. And then one day, MoviePass, who we knew was going to struggle and continue to flounder, because they were basically, what happened is they're spending, every time you buy a ticket, the MoviePass is paying the full price of the ticket. You're only paying $10 a month. So you put the two together, and you can see that MoviePass, how can this be sustainable? It's a lot of money, I mean, think about it. Hundreds of millions of dollars a month they're probably going to end up spending because, think about how many people have the pass. They got about 3 million subscribers in the first month. Think about that. So, the next thing happened. MoviePass introduced, you're once again only allowed to see the movie once. No more, no less. You can still see as many movies as you want. You can only see the movie once. There's not that many movies that come out each month. What if I want to go see Mission Impossible Fallout? I can't even do that. I can only see it once, but I can't do that anymore after that. So you're paying $10 a month. You're still getting a great deal, but is it becoming worth it to you? So MoviePass, on top of that, decided when AMC introduced their A-list program, and this was on the fly. We all know it. And MoviePass can deny it. They introduced surge pricing, and when they introduced surge pricing, we knew for a fact, or at least I knew, and there was more people that knew, that they were getting desperate, that they were getting the need for more money. They introduced a store for clothing, for Christ's sakes. That's how desperate they were getting. So basically what happened was they introduced surge pricing where a popular movie comes out on peak times, they can charge the surge prices, which is like $3 to $4 for a regular movie. Or they also introduced IMAX and 3D, which they were going to add like sometimes $8. So if you live in certain cities, some movies are actually cheaper just to buy the ticket instead of using MoviePass, because you're going to get charged the same price as that ticket on top of what you're paying each month. So you can see the problem. So that's a point when I got out of MoviePass. I couldn't take it anymore. I just went straight to AMC. I live near an AMC at Disney. It's awesome. I understand people can't deal with that because they don't have any AMCs. They don't have any good AMCs. The movie theaters they do have are Regals and Cinemarks, stuff like that. Because Regal is a very big company, probably bigger than AMC when it comes to theater, the amount of theaters they have. So you can tell the seams are starting. They've pretty much pulled themselves apart. It's a catastrophe. It's a calamity, whatever you want to call it. And we find out on Thursday, the night Mission Impossible Fallout comes out, that not only does MoviePass, pretty much they're bankrupt, they have no money, but the people that have paid them money, the customers, could not buy tickets with MoviePass, even with the surge pricing, to the movies they wanted to see. It didn't necessarily need to be Mission Impossible or Teen Titans Go to the movies, but they could not buy the tickets. We find out that MoviePass's servers were down because they had no fucking money. Think about that. No money to run their servers to the people who are paying them $10 a month, or the people who paid $80 a month for the whole year cannot get movie tickets now because MoviePass cannot afford to keep the servers for their app online. Think about that. How much bullshit is that? Your company is being paid by customers, however much money they're spending, to use your platform that you can't even afford. And then on top of that, you're not only not being honest about it, but you're keeping quiet about it. You're a publicly traded company that is trading for 11 cents a share. You're not telling people honestly what's going on, and then you expect people to want to pay for this stuff? I mean, it was bad enough when you just out of the blue started doing surge pricing because AMC had their A-list, and that's why they did it. And then on top of that, you also had the Gotti situation where they were promoting a movie and then they were criticizing the critics about it. I'm sorry, I don't always agree with the critics, but I don't blame them for a movie sucking. If a movie sucks, it's gonna suck. But MoviePass, with their shady dealerships and their dealings and wheelings and whatever you want to call it, have turned what was a cool concept into something people. I'm sure a lot of people have jumped off MoviePass because what's the point? Halftime you can go to a movie for $5 anyways before noon or before 4, whatever it is. People. This is the reason, people don't have trust in companies like this because what's the point? And I know, some of you guys have gotten your money's worth out of MoviePass and you're fine with it. But I'm sorry, if I'm paying $10 a month and I can't even use the damn program, it's not worth it to me. I'm not gonna waste my money on it. It's like if I spend, $100 a month on groceries, but the only grocery they have is an apple or bread, but nothing else, and then you use your money and it doesn't even work. Yeah, it's not an astute idea, but you know what I mean. It's the same type of thing. So we'll see what happens. I hope the people who have MoviePass, I just hope they can. I hope they find a way to get through it. If MoviePass is going to keep doing this, I would jump ship. I mean, seriously, you can go pay $5 and go see a movie before 4, or there's some theaters that charge $3 for the day. I mean, so, but that's pretty much it. That's the couple stories that happened yesterday. So, thank you so much for listening to or watching the first episode of this news of the day. I will hope to keep continuing doing every day as long as there's news stories, which there always are because it's movie and film related. So with that, remember to rate and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Tell us how we're doing. Comment below. Listen to our podcast. All that good stuff. And as always, thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.